everybody, and welcome to round 8 of the URC review. Now, again, I know we've got one game left, but that game's not for another couple of weeks, and I wanted to push something out before, or round 9. I'll get the preview out. It's Thursday day, isn't it? I think everyone, yes it is. I think everyone feels that way in the week between Christmas and New Year. But yes, the review will be out tomorrow. The games are on Saturday, the first games, so the preview for round 9 will be tomorrow. And then again, I don't think there'll be a stream this weekend. I am at Murrayfield for the 1872 Cup, so yeah. But we're going to go through the games that's happened, and looking at it, I think a clean sweep to my predictions. Possibly, I think. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's have a proper look. So we start off Scotstoun 1872 Cup first leg. I said Glasgow to win, and they did really comfortably. Well, not really comfortably, pretty comfortably, winning 22 points to 10. Yeah, Glasgow just, neither teams looked that good. The weather was horrendous, but Glasgow were slightly better. Edinburgh were really poor disciplined. Edinburgh were ahead with 15 minutes to go, but gave away like 8 penalties in that 15 minutes, and that's what cost them the game. You know, Glasgow took the chance as well, but Edinburgh's discipline was just quite poor. Anyway, gives them something to work on. 1872 Cup's not over. There's the next leg at Murrayfield, and I'll have a little bet with you guys. If Edinburgh... Yeah, so 1872 Cup at Murrayfield this week. Edinburgh need to win by 12 or more points, I think, is how it works. More than 12, so it is doable, to be honest. Sorry, but should have got my breath back. Anyway, I will make a bet with you. I don't know if I got here before. Pause, it's been a few minutes. I will make a bet. If Edinburgh do manage it and do win the 1872 Cup, I will wear this turkey hat in my next stream. I'm not 100% sure when that will be, but if Edinburgh win the 1872 Cup, I will wear this in my next stream. Anyway, so that's Edinburgh Glasgow. Moving on, Kingspan Ulster Connacht. Really tight game. I said Ulster to win. They just managed it. 20 points to 19. Yeah, it looks like Ulster scored 2 pretty early tries. Actually, they both scored early, and then Connacht had a wee bit of a fight back later on in the second half, but just couldn't quite finish it off. But no, big win for Ulster in that game. Next up we move Italy. Zebra hosted Benetton in a game that some people may skip before, but to be honest with you, it was a really good game. I said Benetton to win. They did just about, winning 24 points to 31, so, you know, quite tight. What's that, 7 points? Zebra got a losing out of that. That's not too bad from them. Every point for Zebra is massive. You know, I know they've already won a game in the URC, and I think they've won one in Europe as well, but you know, they're sitting in 13th at the minute. You know, they're not bad off. Next up, we've got another really exciting game. Now, most of these games were really exciting. Derby games, they all are. But Stormers hosted the Bulls. I did say, I know the Stormers hadn't been that hot this season, and the Bulls have looked pretty solid, but I did say that I think the Stormers might take it, and they did. 26 points to 20, so again, quite a tight game, but Stormers coming out on top. Again, they're back into the top 8, back into the playoffs, back into the Champions Cup, so like this charge that we all knew was coming, because, you know, their start was poor, I'm not going to lie, but this comeback in the second half of the season is starting to come. They're back into the playoffs, so that's good from Stormers. We next move to the Boxing Day derbies. Now, I think these were the best games. I think they were. Kicking us off, Cardiff at home to Dragons. I said Cardiff to win, and oh my, not quite by this much. Cardiff won 55 points to 21. Massive win for Cardiff. In a derby as well. Huge game. Huge scoreline, 55-21. Dragon, 21 points isn't to be shunned at by Dragons, but 55. scoring 9 tries. Jeez. Absolutely phenomenal from Cardiff there. Maybe they can do something off the back of that. Again, the Welsh clubs are really hard to judge due to, you know, the whole thing's on ruin, and also when they play each other, they seem to just be they seem to play better against each other than they do against other teams. But speaking of the other Welsh teams, Scarlets Ospreys. Now, I said Ospreys to win, but an interesting thing about this game, it was 0-0 at half time. It was that tight. The second half did get slightly better for scoring wise, as the Ospreys managed to win 25-11. So, you know, despite the slow start, a pretty usual scoreline, you know, fairly comfortable win for the Ospreys. Scarlets struck first, 41 minutes, basically straight after half time. But, yeah, Scarlets, I kind of feel for them a bit. They got a very late penalty, which put them, you know, the URC website says it was on the 80th minute, so it must have been like 79 minutes and like 50 seconds or something. They got the penalty, but the clock. So they got the losing bonus point. They actually came in, I think, to win it, but Ospreys scooped up a drop ball and scored. So this losing bonus point for Scarlets, and even a chance at winning it, went out the window. But that's rugby. Sometimes that stuff happens. And then we got the last game that's been played. I know that there's one on the 6th of January, but yeah. Munster Leinster at Thomond Park. Everyone really exciting. Always a good game. It was a 9-3 thriller. I said Leinster. Leinster did win. Sandwiched the game in 2 penalties in the first minute and the 80th minute. They got penalties, so either side. Also won in the 15th. Munster were scoreless till the 51st. That's it. That's the whole game. Now, may look boring scoreboard wise, but it was end to end. It was actually quite an exciting game to watch. Now, and Leinster actually missed. I recall 2 missed. They might have missed a more. I can't quite remember. But yeah, you know, Leinster could have made it 15 quite comfortably, because neither of the kicks they missed were that difficult. And I say that as if I could have done it. But yeah, you know, I can't make the kicks. I'm not a kicker, I'm a back row, but you know what I mean. For people of that level, the kicks weren't that difficult. They weren't touchline or anything. But Leinster won, no harm done there. So yeah, really good games this Boxing Day. We've then got the New Year's Day derbies, which is sometimes just as exciting. Just to give you a quick rundown of the table, you've got Dragons in 16th, Sharks in 15th, Scarlets in 14th, Zebra in 13th, Lions in 12th, Cardiff in 11th, Connacht in 10th, Ospreys in 9th, Stormers in 8th, Edinburgh in 7th, Munster 6th, Ulster 5, Bulls 4, Benetton are up in 3 at the minute. That's incredible start for them. Glasgow 2nd, and Leinster of course are top. Yeah, so looking playoffs, I mean, you've got Stormers sitting on 8th and 22, then you've got Ospreys, Connacht, Cardiff and Lions all within touching distance of Lions on 19, and then Ospreys, Connacht and Cardiff on 20. Then you've got Stormers and Edinburgh on 22, so it is still tight for the knockouts. It is still tight. The season is starting to move. You're starting to see teams maybe settle where they are. You know, you look at some of the teams near the bottom. You know, look at teams like the Sharks. They're 1 win from 7 games. Now, I know their start has been horrendous, and I think we all said we can see them coming back. But if they keep on this trend, now I know they're a win behind, they've got a game in hand, but you know, the Lions aren't the easiest team to beat, especially in South Africa. Anyway, I don't know if you heard thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, I shall see you.